at it again on the SR620 project, and behind me, under the hood here, we've got the engine in, obviously. We've shown that multiple times. The wiring for the engine's in place. The engine bay wiring is all in. We have a master cylinder here. This is not the one that's going to be on here. This is going to be replaced by a new one. We have a clutch master here to put right there. And then some gasket for the exhaust manifold. So we got to get that off and get that replaced. Inside, we have the dash completely out. And so now we're going to be remedying the under dash wiring. We've got the interior completely out. And the floor is, of course, been taken care of prior, but we've also relocated the shifter boot back. So this floor panel piece, we moved it back so that now the shifter won't foul on this piece, and that'll work. Working on the back of this cluster, this instrument cluster here, taking care of the harness, going through, making sure everything is in good condition and good order. And then, of course, we're going to be gluing back the studs that mount the cluster onto the bezel. As you can see, that's been broken off. Alright, so one of the important things that needs to happen on the 620 is that we need to build a throttle cable so that we can do the throttle on this vehicle. Now, nobody on this planet makes a throttle cable for an SR20 in a 620 truck. And in fairness, why would they? It's not common enough to do that. So here's the deal. We're going to show you how you can make that. The first thing I do when I'm trying to build a throttle cable is I find a good donor core cable. This right here is off of, I want to say, a hard body. I'm not sure. It's been laying around our shop for who knows how long. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use this cable from the engine side all the way to this end. And then this, of course, doesn't mount to the firewall right there like we want it to. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually clip this end off, and then this end right here, of course, doesn't merge with the pedal either. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually put on a piece right here for the firewall. Alright, so the firewall end of this cable, it comes out, and it's going to kind of angle like that, which isn't necessarily ideal, but it's actually going to give us the clearance we need for the cable. So we're going to use this 720 throttle cable end as a donor piece so that we can put this cable in the truck. Alright, so we got that piece off. This is going to sit in the firewall. It's going to aim away, but it'll give us a little bit of a curve to kind of correct our angle of attack. You'll see when we get it in the car. This right here, I'm going to insert this end in here, and that is going to give us the sleeve we need for this. I'm going to give it a little bit of a harder shove. Now we're in, and now I'll just insert the cable through. this the first official start. At this point, it was absolutely amazing to have the truck running. We got the truck as just a bunch of pieces and parts, and we'd never even seen this engine run in this truck before, and so it was just absolutely amazing to see this thing run and drive, as you will shortly see. Alright, so I've got the truck running, and I'm in the live data, and I'm looking at temperature, watching the coolant temperature come up so I can set that set point for the fan. And I'm also checking the other data coming out of this thing, and it looks like we're in good shape. I want to see what the alpha number does. Let's try and get down to the alpha number. Alright, our alpha number, which is a good indicator of how well the truck is running, it's 115, but that's also because we have a wide open exhaust, so I'm not expecting that number to be too low yet. But yeah, we're holding at 900 RPM, and our airflow meter's doing what it needs to do. Looks like the fan came on now. So let's try and go back in here. We'll go get the temperature back up, and then we're going to turn that fan off until we get to about 175. I have to admit, the minute we saw this truck roll out the door, and as soon as we saw it running and driving, it was amazing. Going back to what it used to look like, starting with a bare frame from a different truck, and then going through all the fabrication process, this has been one project that we will never forget, and the customer definitely won't. They love this truck. There have been a lot of hands that have been involved in this. A lot of very good things have happened and come out of this project. All through it all, there's a lot that we've learned. There's a lot that we could have done differently. But overall, I think the result is exactly what you expect. And I think the result is exactly what we were happy to see and willing to put our name on. No engine swap, no chassis swap is going to go without its own pitfalls. And in this case, I think the result was a well-engineered product that can be driven and enjoyed, and hopefully in the long run this is going to become something that the customer gets some life out of, and you can hopefully see that showing up around in different car shows and different events in the desert Southwest. So until then, enjoy the SR620 project, and we'll catch you again on another video.